everyone. I'm happy to see already two persons online. So it means I won't be cooking alone today, and I'm very happy. It's good to be back after a while. This is my first online tour for maybe one then more year. So I just wanted to check if you can hear me well and if you can see well. You can type on the chat. I just want to make sure we have good connection. By the way, I spent the past few minutes wondering about the orientation of the screen because it's written horizontal but it appears as vertical. When I click vertical, it appears as horizontal. So I would be happy if you could tell me, what do you see? Okay, nobody on the chat. So yeah, we can start. My name is Lubo, you may know me. I was the Bulgarian guide in Hague. A long time ago, I enjoyed very much doing online tours. Then after Hague stopped operating, I stopped doing such tours regularly. But now I'm happy to be back. So where we are right now, we are very close to where I live. And what is the plan for today? It is to prepare together one of my favorite Bulgarian dishes. And it is a cold soup. This cold soup, it's called Tarator. Sometimes, especially English-speaking people, when they read Tarator, they say Tarator. But the right pronunciation is Tarator. So here we start from a garden near my home. This is one of the old statues we have in Sofia. It's a copy, by the way, the original one. It went somewhere, maybe stolen. You can see the year of construction of the fountain, 1934. People still enjoy it very much. Tap water is safe to drink in Sofia. So it's a very nice location in the city center. Here we have the military club, the Russian church, the giant head monument, which doesn't look that giant from here. But of course, today we are cooking, so more details another time. Hi pigeons. Pigeons are everywhere. Probably the most spread birds in the city, in Sofia. Hello, I can see already one more joined. Very happy to see you. So here we have an exhibition place. I believe it's operated by the Hungarian Cultural Institute, which is nearby, and it's very cool. Like if you like fashion, you enjoy, of course. I'm not a big fan, but they change the exhibitions very frequently. Like last time it was a historical one, before it was for birds. So a very nice place. And we are now going to buy products for our cold Bulgarian soup called Tarator. And the best place to buy products here in my neighborhood, it's not in the big supermarket.
Fuck off, motherfucker!
Okay, some guys want to greet us. Yeah, привет.
Well, come on, backwards.
They are not bad. It was just a joke. I believe. I'm not coming backwards for sure. You can see when some Bulgarians have very basic English knowledge, they are extremely motivated to show it to other people, like me, like you. So we are going to Blago, the guy from the local shop, and for sure his products, they are much more tasty than the ones you can buy in the big supermarket. Hey, somebody typed on the chat, so I'm very happy that you can see and you can hear me. By the way, the place from where I started, it's very interesting due to another reason. In Sofia we have many different tours, like we have a Sofia free tour, bike tours, my electric scooter tours, which I do in the evenings, graffiti tours, and we also have a free food tour. You can Google it. It is called Balkan Bites Tour. And Balkan Bites starts exactly from the Big Head Monument. It goes this direction, then behind the corner, and the first thing that the guests taste, it is exactly Tarator. So the dish we are preparing today. I cannot say cooking because this is a cold soup. I will not use the cooker for it. This is an interesting place. It's called Zoya. The most successful and I believe the first chain of convenience stores with bio food. Almost everything here is bio. Hello, happy to see you. They also put some water for the animals. Now it's very hot for Bulgaria. We are like in the middle of the summer. Temperatures hit 34-35 degrees Celsius. Hi Lina. I'm very happy that you didn't forget about me, all of you. So we are going to visit Blago. Okay, we will wait for those two ladies. I don't want to make a traffic jam. As you can see, he is only one person and he has customers all the time. He's a very hard-working guy. Usually he starts early in the morning and he stays until it gets dark. Sometimes he has a rest on Sunday, but usually not. So this is where I live. This is where we'll be cooking in a few minutes. Right here on the third floor. So what do we need for Tarator? Just to switch the camera. What we need first is passion to cook it. Second, it's optional though, hot weather like today. You know, many different countries have their versions of cold soups, like the gazpacho is maybe the most famous. And here we have what we call Tarator. So what we need, first and very important ingredient, this is the Bulgarian yogurt. We will buy from here a yogurt which is produced in a monastery not far away from Sofia. Whoa, there are like 5 people waiting for products. I think if the crowd doesn't go away, I will just enter with the camera. So yogurt, hot weather, yeah, for sure. Yogurt, hot weather, cucumbers, very important. Then we need dill, some walnuts and some sunflower oil. I have most of the products at home, but not everything. And here I can see our cucumbers. But this lady picked the best one, so we'll have the second best. Here you can see some of the local products. By the way, this water, it's in a bottle, but if you go to the hot springs in downtown Sofia, you can have it for free. This is just the bottled version. And Bulgaria is very rich on thermal water, mineral water. Most of it safe to drink, and not only safe but very tasty. Okay, so which one? This is very small. It shouldn't be very fat, as we say. Okay, we'll get 2. Those 2. And now it's time for the yogurt. You can see Blago's shop is not very big. Here is Blago saying hi. Здравейте, this means hi in Bulgarian. There is some beer, bread, many products, but you can see how much space the yogurt takes. So this is a real proof how much it matters for us. We eat a lot. I eat yogurt maybe at least 2 times a day. And this is a good brand. This is cow yogurt made in this monastery in the village of Jablano, not far away from Sofia. Yeah, it's that famous here like the Indian. Very comparable. So different brands of yogurt. You will ask me how close are Bulgarian and Greek yogurt, but later I will answer this question. Let's say they are somehow close, but not the same. So now I take dill from here. Dill, it's an important ingredient. This is 2 times more than they give you in the big supermarket. Now we have the tasty peaches, and those are plums. We have green plums and we have orange plums. And now it's time to pay the bill, of course. Еми едно мляко, копера. Не без пликче. Не се удари двете краставички. И трябва да ти дам лев и 60 от миналия път.
Няма сега по-натам.
Би по-добре сега.
Да не се разпилее колко.
Или като изляза. Не, имам табличка.
Като излизаш, не се.
So, Bulgarian language lesson for you.
4 точно. Искаш като излезеш?
Давай сега.
4, а колко ми каза? 4?
Лев и 60 имам да ти дава.
5,60.
I owe Blago 1 lev and 60 from another time. So now he will take more.
Заповядай.
You can see some Bulgarian money. By the way, the big head monument where we started, this is the same guy from the monument. At 20 leva, this is about 10 euro. Almost. Okay, so time to go and cook. Само да ги сложа. Just to put everything in the back with Blago's assistance. Еми, до скоро. Чао, чао.
Чао.
Okay, on our way to the kitchen. So the most exciting part will start in about 2-3 minutes. We'll be preparing Tarator together. So we don't have an escalator, a lift, elevator, sorry, in my flat. So I will walk down the stairs. You can see how it looks like. I put this map of Bulgaria, which was just packed at home. I didn't use it. With many places to visit. I hope to show you those places someday. We have a small library, and here the important announcements for the flat. And maybe some of you remember that in our backyard we have quite an interesting building. I will tell you more about it another time, but just to show it to you now. So this is now abandoned. Nobody lives or works here, but in the past it was a department of the moral police in Bulgaria. This was the department where they would bring unfaithful men and women who were cheating to their partners, and also prostitutes, etc. Now it's not very lively, but some of the neighbors are going down and upstairs. Okay, time to cook. Yeah, it was really scary, but it was long time ago before our flat was built. After that it remained part of the police, but it was used for houses. So some of my neighbors, they have lived in this building before moving to the building we have now. But we had scary times in the past. So here you can see again 3 more types of yogurt, and I would like to pay special attention on this one. So this is LB Bulgaricum. This is the state-owned uh, dairy product company. This is owned by the Bulgarian government. And this company, well, I wouldn't say they have totally the best yogurt, because the best yogurt you can have if you have a grandmother in the village, or if you buy from a village or a monastery. But from the big companies, this is the, let's say, the highest standard. And it's very interesting. During one of the world exhibitions, the Japanese emperor came to the Bulgarian pavilion, to the Bulgarian stand, and he sampled the Bulgarian yogurt. And he said, I want to have this in Japan. And after that, this company signed a contract with Meiji. It's a local Japanese company. So now it's very popular in Japan. And I would say Japan, with as a country with much higher population than Bulgaria, maybe there is more Bulgarian yogurt in Japan than here. So let's start the cooking. I will use this one, which I just bought from the shop. The others I put in the fridge. So, how do we proceed? The first step, it is slicing the cucumbers. Of course, first I'm gonna peel the cucumbers and then slice them. Also, I'm still not sure if we will be using both of them or maybe 1.5. Yeah, I will chop 1.5, just to wash them first, of course. And while slicing the cucumbers, I will tell you the story of this dish, which is actually not very interesting. Something quite curious. Some Bulgarians prefer sliced cubes of cucumber in their tarator, while others prefer to use, was it grit? I always forget. Others prefer to use this. And there was in the past even a Facebook group of like 2 Facebook groups. One of the groups was like, I like tarator only with cubes of cucumbers, and the others was like slices of cucumbers. So this is something like very, very weird for me. For me, it's the same, honestly. But some people, when they hear in the shop that it's gonna be, yeah, grater, thank you very much, that they use a grater, they say, no, then I will not eat tarator, but something else. Oops. Okay, let's first peel the cucumber. Well, it's a bit hard on the camera, but I will get used to it. So a few words about Tarator historically. It's a very interesting word. So I checked in 2 dictionaries, one of the first dictionaries of Bulgarian language. It says that this word came to Bulgaria from Turkish language, while another dictionary issued a little later says it's either from Turkish or Persian. So why from Turkish? Actually, for 5 centuries, Bulgaria was part of the Ottoman Empire with capital city of Istanbul. Like, even today, almost 10% of our vocabulary are words that came to our language through Turkish. About 10% of the Bulgarians are also ethnic Turks. I remember my grandmother doing this. Hi, Veni, this is my girlfriend. My grandmother loved doing this. She kept telling me, if you do this, you will live a longer life and have a better skin. And it's very refreshing. By the way, the cucumbers, they come from India. This is where they were first cultivated, like 3,000 years ago. And it's believed that the warriors of Alexander the Great brought cucumbers to Europe. And in ancient Greece, ancient Rome, it was used. They used to eat it. And it was also used in cosmetics. So I presume they did something like this. Oops, sorry. So we are almost ready with peeling the cucumber. And in Bulgaria, we eat them a lot. Sometimes we joke with my friends from Romania. I say you eat too much corn, and they say like you cucumber guys in Bulgaria. So, I already told you, I prefer the grater. However, most people prefer the cubes, but cubes take more time as well. So this is the first time I always do, the first thing. And about this dish, it's very interesting that if you stop any Bulgarians in the street and ask them about Tarator, they will probably tell you it's something very ancient, very typically Bulgarian, but actually this version of the dish, it appeared in a cooking book only in 1956, which is actually pretty much recently. And before this year, Tarator was, the meaning of the word was more like, it could mean any kind of cold soup with something sour in it. It could be vineyard, it could be anything else, it could have even products like tahini, but for sure the walnuts were an important ingredient. So there were different kinds of tarator, and now if you say tarator, people in Bulgaria will only think about this. Just because we don't make another version of it. Okay, we have the cucumbers. I know maybe you will tell me you're cooking the Greek tzatziki or the Turkish cacık. They are quite similar actually, but there is one very important difference. We will put water, and this will not be a sauce or a dip, this will be a cold soup. It's very important to shake very well the kiselo mleko. This is how we call what is famous as Bulgarian yogurt. Kiselo mleko means sour milk in our language. We never use the term Bulgarian yogurt. So you can see it's already much more watery. One of the big differences between Greek and Bulgarian yogurt is that in any case Bulgarian yogurt is more watery. Not sure if you can see the bacteria. So can you see? Lactobacillus bulgaricus, one of the bacteria, and the other is Streptococcus thermophilus. By the way, this company, they used for the logo the two bacteria. This is the bulgaricus, it's like a stick, and the thermophilicus has this shape. Yeah, this is how they look like. So they are responsible for the sour taste of the Bulgarian yogurt, but also of the Greek yogurt. In Greek yogurt, they still have the same bacteria. It's called Lactobacillus bulgaricus because it was discovered by a Bulgarian scientist, Stamen Grigorov. He was a student in Geneva in the university, and he named the bacteria, of course, after his homeland. So we already have the yogurt here, and now we need to mix. And it's important to mix well. The most important about Tarator is good products, especially the yogurt, and patience. If you just put everything inside and mix 2 or 3 times, it's not the same taste. I don't know what's the reason, but patience is the key. So now what I'm going to add is first the sunflower oil. In the past in Bulgarian cuisine we used a lot of olive oil, But then during communism, we were in pretty bad relations with all the countries from South Europe because we were communist country. They were capitalists, like Greece, Turkey, uh, even Yugoslavia was somewhere in the middle, like socialist, but not like the others. Then we have Italy, Portugal, Spain, with all those countries not the best relations, so it was very expensive to import olive oil. We don't have olives in Bulgaria, so we started to grow sunflower. So we mix again. And now the next ingredient, which I'm going to add, this is going to be the salt. And here, I can tell you, in many restaurants, they use very cheap Bulgarian yogurt, very bad, low quality, and they put a lot of salt. But even this cannot hide it. But still, the salt is a good tool to hide the bad taste of the yogurt. I will put only 2 spoons because our yogurt is one of the best you can buy from the shop. So we don't really need this. Yeah, this is Tarator. This is the name of the dish. And there is garlic on the table. We will put the garlic shortly. Sorry, I just saw your message. I just saw your message. I don't know when you typed it. So we mix again. From time to time, by the way, it's crucially important to taste the Tarator. So let me see how is the taste. It's okay. I didn't put more salt than necessary. Then next comes the garlic. I don't like to put a lot of garlic, but this is my interpretation. Some people put a lot of it. For me, the garlic, if the garlic like dominates the taste of the Tarator, it's not delicious. This is not the idea. So with this thing, made in Soviet Union long time ago, I will squeeze the garlic. It's one of the most useful kitchen tools I have at home. Chuck. And again, we have to mix it very well. I always use the fork to mix, never the spoon, especially for Tarator. It's not mixed well. Okay, few more seconds. So what we have left from the important ingredients, this is the dill, the water, and the walnuts. And now I will smash some walnuts, but I'm not sure. I don't want to the sound to blow your heads. It's gonna be very noisy. So I'm gonna make it right at the other side. I want to stay far away from the microphone. Okay, if it's very noisy, just reduce the sound. Almost ready. The gimbal fell, sorry. We are still there. Yeah, the gimbal fell from the table because of... Oops. I'm not sure if the gimbal is... I think I broke it, but we'll see. Okay, restarting. Unfortunately, it seems like I broke my gimbal. Yeah, that's because of the garlic. Yeah, it's a bit broken, but I think we'll survive. I don't know if you can hear me or if you can see anything, but we are still online. So we are on our final steps. We have like 5-6 more minutes and then we are ready. So I'm putting now all the walnuts. You can see it's a lot of walnuts, not just only one or two. Walnuts are important. Of course, in some places they don't put when they don't have, but a real Tarator has walnuts. Okay, and the final thing is the dill. So where does Tarator come from? I believe it's a local thing here on the Balkans, maybe in some Middle East countries as well. And there are many different varieties. Like in Greece, they call it tzatziki. They put slightly different ingredients, and it's not a soup, it's a dip. It comes for sure somewhere from the Middle East as a concept, because the Turks also have. I told you it's called cacık in Turkey, pretty similar to tzatziki as a name. If anybody has information, you're welcome to share, by the way. So the dill, I prefer it in smaller slices, but some people just do like this. It's not mandatory to cut it with a knife. And also I put more dill than most people. Most people would put maybe 1/3 of this. I just like the taste of dill, especially when it's fresh. So that's the reason I put a lot of it. And now I am going with this cup to the top, and I will fill it in like 2/3 of the volume of the yogurt. So you can see it's almost full of water, but not totally full. And I will start adding the water very slowly while mixing. And this is a very thin and very important balance. It's still very dense, it needs to be a little more watery, but not too watery. So I'm going to taste now. Maybe it's already good. A little more water. And actually we are ready. Okay, sorry, but I'm hungry. I will eat 2 or 3 spoons. Very tasty. I'm not experienced in cooking, but there are some things like Tarator, shopska salad, mishmash that I want to share with you. I cook them really well. I don't know why and how. So you can see how it looks like from a closer distance. For sure the most important ingredient, this is the what we call internationally like the Bulgarian yogurt. Many nations have yogurt, but Bulgarian yogurt, it's really tasty. Plus that, it's most likely something which was formed during centuries. Like one Roman poet, I forgot his name, he said that one of the Thracian tribes, the Thracian, those are the indigenous people, the native people to our lands, they lived here somewhere between the 20th century BC and the 1st century when the Romans conquered them. So this poet explained that one of the Thracian tribes, which lived in today's northeast Bulgaria, they would eat sour milk with horse blood. And then later in time, this tasty Bulgarian yogurt has been described by many people. By the way, if you want to prepare Tarator, you already know all the ingredients. But I believe in some places it would be tricky to find Bulgarian yogurt. I haven't tried with Greek yogurt, but I would encourage you to try, because Greek yogurt is very easy to find in the shops. You can try, it won't be the same, it won't be sour enough, but maybe if you put more salt, you will enjoy the taste. And it won't be completely like a tzatziki with water. So, some final words. If you have any questions about the Tarator, you can ask me. If not, very soon I will announce our next, my next online tour. Most likely it's not gonna be cooking tour. I will try to make one cooking, one guided. This is, by the way, our Ficus Benjamin at home. We found this plant abandoned over there at the rubbish bin. Not sure if you can see it, and we saved it. So now it's probably, honestly, one of my favorite plants at home. So once again, thank you very much for joining me for, I believe, my second cooking class since I'm doing online tours. And I'm happy that you haven't forgotten about me. I know that I'm not very active, I'm very busy with guiding in-person tours with my PhD, but I will try at least once per month to schedule an online tour. So keep eye on my channel, also on the group, and hope to see you soon. That was it for today. And of course, if you want to support me with a tip, in the description of the channel you can see all the options. It's buy me a coffee, PayPal, etc. I will really appreciate. So see you soon, and now for sure I'm having lunch. It's a late lunch, but better late than never. So bye bye, do skoro. I really don't know how to fix this huge zoom which this phone has when I turn the camera to myself. Like, I'm holding my arm very, very far from my head, but it's still pretty close. Okay, bye bye.